And the 9 gates, the city of 9 gates, what are we seeing? What are we listening to? What are we putting in our bodies, etc.? These are all the keys. We hold the keys to our lives. I carry a little compass with me, and I carry this little key to remind me. And I wear this rose quartz to remind me to keep my heart open. Because that if I was closed off my whole life, and I know why. The great thing about that is, wow, it's a light switch. It doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter. It's taken me my whole life to get to today, to go through everything I've gone through, to be able to deliver this beautiful message. It's inside out, my friends, my fellow beings. We can't get better by keeping ourselves stuck so other people feel better. It's kind of an Abraham Hicks version. She can't get sick enough to help somebody get healthy. You help the world by helping yourself. You help the world by healing yourself and taking care of yourself and truly loving yourself and appreciating who you are. Appreciate your journey. Appreciate where you came from. I've been listening to this stuff hardcore for the last 3 years, and it's really, I've reprogrammed my mind, and I continue to do that because I still see old patterns, but today I shifted. Today, when I was just looking at this, and as the light changes, it's done. You have to just allow it to flow. Allow it. Paint the picture you see in your mind like Bob Ross did, you know. I watched one little episode of Bob Ross almost, whatever, call it 3 years ago. I hadn't painted. A friend of mine suggested that we chill out for a night and listen or watch a Bob Ross video and paint. So I did. And actually, this one was like my second or third painting. It was like within a day of when we did that. So I started painting. And I went right to oil. And I played around with acrylic and acrylic backgrounds, but I like oil because it's really taught me to slow down and flow, to slow down and trust. You can't rush an oil painting. I know Bob Ross's thing was, you know, he can do a really great painting in a half an hour, and he did. And I started like that. But the point is, I don't know what the point is. Oh, this friend of mine, she shined her light on somewhere where I was dark. And I had no idea that by intuition and instinct that I could do something like this. And it just shows me that we are very powerful and we can do whatever we want. You know, to go from a bottom of the barrel drunk, could not even just take care of myself barely to damn near death, to this is a miracle. And I see the steps I took. And I see everything that I went through to get here. And it's amazing. And every person that said this and said this and said this. And, you know, I picked up the guitar when I quit drinking. And I do not regret it. I went through another tragedy, 3 years sober, with a nasty concussion at work. Took me out of the plumbing game. Fine. I went through the most darkness I ever went through in my life, but I stuck with the music. And that music enabled me to write a new life. It enabled me to release the old and write the poison out of me. And this painting is showing me now I have blank canvases to create my life. You know? You know, seeking justice got me nowhere. Seeking revenge. Nothing inside of you or outside of you matters. You can't do anything about it. We have to allow and release and just back off and breathe. Take some deep breaths. Start there. become aware of that. You are a spiritual being. You're connected to the Creator, whatever you want to label it. Or if you don't want to label it anything, you're connected. I mean, the evidence is in our own technology that we have today and the information age that we're in. We need to start teaching ourselves and listening and finding out that inner voice again and that inner child, and, you know, do the things that we want to do. Even if everyone else says it's stupid or doesn't, or that's ridiculous, or you're never going to do it. Well, you know, you don't know till you try. And I wanted to paint a line, and I just, shortly before I started filming, a voice inside my head said, just let it go, just flow with it, it's fine. And there went that ego. And it gave me this channeled message, and what a gift. what a gift. So, if you're still with me, thank you. Please share this. I think it's very important. It's time that we just allow ourselves to be and heal and some grace, take care of ourselves, get outside, get some fresh air, get that sun on you. It's not going to kill you. We need the sun. And just become aware of your thoughts and your self-dialogue, because that's a big one. And I think as you do this, I know from personal experience, even when I quit drinking, and that was a very rough detox, but I needed it, and it was part of this. And the music, you know, I held on to that guitar like my life depended on it, because it did, you know. And 30 years prior, I was in music, and I abruptly quit music, went into plumbing, abruptly back into music, and just appreciating all of it. No blame, no shame, no guilt. We're here to create, my friends. And I cannot thank you enough for being here to listen to this, because I'm just having this moment of gratitude that I've never felt, and this is, well, I felt it a few times. Just to feel good is a gift. It really is. And I know it's not easy to feel good, because for so long we haven't felt good. But it's time to feel good again. It's the golden age, you know. Plant some seeds. Plant some seeds. Thoughts are seeds. I'm going to cut it there so I stay under my 20. Talk to you soon.